Hello guys, welcome back to today's show. This is your guy Obi. Crazy weekend. Week 4 was lit. Lot of goals, 41 goals were scored. 10 games were involved. And on Saturday we saw 4 games. On Sunday we saw 6 games. Talking about Saturday, Everton 4, Brighton 2. Everton are not stopping, are not slowing down. Ancelotti means business. He means real business. It is 4 out of 4, 12 points. Yeah, this is a good momentum. Of course, whether they will continue with this, something you have to wait and see. But they are really showing a lot of seriousness. The way they play, they look like a real team. Leeds United won, Manchester City won. Now Manchester City have issues. They have all the players they need, but the players they are not really compatible. They are not really compatible. Whether it's about adjustment or anything, it's something that Pep has to address as a matter of urgency, because last weekend we saw them lose 5-2. Their defense looked terrible. They have got excellent players in their defense, but what they are doing there is something that you cannot actually recommend. So Newcastle 3, Burnley 1. Newcastle picking important points there. Chelsea 4, Crystal Palace 0. This is one of the most convincing wins coming from Chelsea. They're really doing good job there. Of course, they have some dips in maybe was it last weekend? Yeah. So it's important that Lampard is returning to his winning ways, and hope the new guys, Werner has to score, because that's his job. Of course, you can argue that whoever scores, as long as the team wins, does not matter. But we have to look at Werner, because he's a new signing. His work is to score. But again, give it to Chelsea. On Sunday, Southampton 2, West Bromwich 0. Of course, Southampton picking the 3 points there. Good game from Southampton, picking important points there. Leicester 0, West Brom Albion 0. Now Leicester, they beat Manchester City last weekend at Etihad. Everybody expected them to, of course, perform better this weekend, but they are losing at home. What is going on? You can never predict any game in the English Premier League. That's as it stands. Anybody can beat anyone, and anyone can do anything. So unpredictable. So Leicester losing at home after winning at Manchester City last weekend. West Ham, of course, you have to give it to West Ham, because West Ham are really looking also good, just like Everton. West Ham are strong. Their players are really playing as a team. Looking at the game they lost against Arsenal, that was by mistake. Okay, ask any Arsenal fan about that game. They will tell you that's a game that they won out of luck. But again, there are some of the games that, of course, you have to win. You have to grind results. Wolves won, Fulham 0. Big ups to Wolves. But what happens to Fulham? This is the 4th consecutive game they are losing in a row. They really need to get things done before the transfer window slams shut. They really need to get reinforcement, because they are really struggling. They are not drawing. They are only losing. Whether it's too early to judge them, but again, it's not a good run of form, and the results are really not interesting. They're not looking good. Arsenal 2, Sheffield United 1. One of the results that Arsenal grinded. They are not convincing. Of course, they scored. They were the first to score the first 2 goals. But again, when Sheffield United, of course, made a comeback, Sheffield United were threatening. Okay, now with Arsenal, I think Arteta needs to solve some issues there, because looking at the midfield, Arsenal is one of the clubs that we know is has a reputation of making a lot of chances, creating a lot of chances. But ever since the restart of this new season, 2020-2021, Arsenal have only created 24 chances, 24 in 4 matches. What that means is that they're not creating enough. And you can only score what you create. If you cannot create, there is no way you are going to score. You can pass, pass, and pass, but at the end of the day, it will not count. And so, whether they get the reinforcement they need in a war and a party, something that we have to wait and see. Of course, the transfer window is almost getting shut. We have got around 8 hours to go. What happens with the board? Of course, support or back Arteta, because Arteta, whenever he's asked about the board support, he says the board is in full support. And when he was asked today about whether there will be any incoming, he said they are working hard to see whether they can, of course, tie down a few deals here and there. Whether that is something that Arsenal fans have to look up to, I don't know. Whether it will disappoint them, it's another question altogether. Manchester United 1, Tottenham Hotspur 6. Personally, I've never seen Manchester United lose in such a high magnitude. Secondly, I think it was a sweet revenge for Jose Mourinho, because he was sacked from Manchester United. He went somewhere. He's now back at Tottenham. So he really messed up with the, Jose Mourinho. His game is mind game. That is what he's made of. And once he does it, he strikes. You cannot escape. And Manchester United did not escape. What happened is we saw a poor Manchester United. Talk about people like De Gea. Of course, De Gea was not to be blamed because the team was not doing enough to protect him. Bailey, poor, supposed to be sold. Real talk, supposed to be sold. Maguire, average. We saw Maguire and what's the name? Is it Shaw? Yeah. No communication. Maguire is the captain. When you attack, when you go attacking a winger, you're supposed to tell Luke Shaw, be the center back, cover me up. But we saw, was it the third goal when it was when it was 4-1? Maguire went for the ball, and Luke Shaw followed him instead of covering him up. And so Manchester United have issues more than any English Premier League team, because we saw people like Fernandes. They disappeared throughout the game. He can only score a penalty. Other than that, nothing, nada. Matic, poor. Rashford, okay, but there was nothing to show up with it. A few touches of brilliance, but the result not encouraging. Martial, he did okay, but again, he was so unfortunate to be sent off. Of course, that was something that as a player, real talk, that's something that should not even cross your mind. Reiterating against a player, whether you have been wrong, whether or not, it's something that you have to leave for the officials to look at. If you have to complain, you have to complain to the officials. Now, reiterating is even worse than the real incident, because we saw Lamela. He was the one who caused all this, but did he go out? He did not see red. Instead, Martial saw red. Again, you can argue that it's because maybe Manchester United was shown a red. They were 10 men throughout the game, throughout the most part of the game. But again, even before the red card, they were poor. Even before the red card, Manchester United were losing this game. Looking at the squad, Manchester United have talent in all departments. But these guys, I don't know whether they are uncoachable, whether they are overrated, whether they're not interested, whether maybe they don't listen to the manager, or whether the manager is not serious. Of course, you never know. But there is serious trouble. And we have been hearing that Manchester United there's a lot of pressure from the fans to buy new players because those ones that are there are not good enough. For me, I know Manchester United have good players who can even win the Champions League. The problem that is there is that these players are not organized in a way that they are supposed to win as a team. Everybody is doing his own stuff. Player communication is not there. They are doing elementary mistakes. Okay, even the Brighton game that Manchester United won last weekend, it was out of luck. This result today revealed every frailty in Manchester United. Of course, you can argue that VAR was also a mess, and the type of refereeing, because once the essence of having a VAR in a game is to check what has passed, see whether there was something that maybe could have passed the eyes of the referee. But even when VAR checked and saw, of course, Lamela doing whatever he did, what happened? Nothing. Okay. Whether it's a case of lacking team balance, is the team balanced? Okay, because we've been seeing offensive wise, the team is looking good. Defensive wise, nothing. Players like Bailey, players like Dalot, Lindelof, they do not, I don't know, I don't want to judge them, but if I were the coach, of which I'm not, players like Bailey, Lindelof, I don't know who, they're not supposed to be in Manchester United team. In this case, I can even consider bringing back Chris Smalling, because looking at what he has been doing at Roma, he's been doing well. I don't know why Ole Gunnar Solskjaer cannot bring back Chris Smalling and start him in some of these games, because Chris Smalling is strong, robust, convincing in his displays. I don't know what's going on. I really don't know what is going on. Buying players is not the solution, because if the system still remains the same results are going to come out. For me, I think Ole needs to develop the players he has instead of even going looking for Sancho. Look at people like Greenwood, talent. Look at people like Daniel James. Of course, rumors coming out suggesting that Daniel James is on the verge of being shipped out. Talent, but no development. And so enough of Manchester United, because it was a real shocker. The last game, Aston Villa 7, Liverpool 2. That's another one. I don't know what I can say about Liverpool, but Liverpool were poor. No one played football. And give it up to Aston Villa. They are a balanced team. Okay? Looking at the way they play as a team, the midfield was all theirs. Okay? Liverpool were outshone at every department. Actually, it's like Aston Villa were practicing, but to an extent that they scored 7 goals against the champions. It was alarming, and so I don't know what Jurgen Klopp is going to tell his players. I know they were missing Alisson and Mane, but again, as we all know, that Liverpool has a complete squad. Even the second team is a complete team, and so there's no excuse. This is non-negotiable. Things are not okay. Looking at the way Liverpool were playing towards the end of last season, they were not convincing. I have opined in my previous videos that Liverpool are not convincing, as we know. Liverpool have played Arsenal 4 times. Arsenal have won 3 times of all these meetings. What that one shows you is that there is a problem, and these problems are getting revealed as games come on fast, and it happened today. This is memorable, and so I don't know what is going to happen EPL unpredictable. Never seen some of these things before. Manchester United, Manchester City, and today Liverpool. We saw Liverpool. What is going on? Up to that point, we have 8 hours to the closure of the 2020-2021 summer window. We don't know whether how many players are going to come out, are going to come in to the Premiership. How many are going to go out of the Premiership? Who is going to strengthen? Because we have what is the name? Fabrizio Romano coming out today saying that Edson Cavani deal is agreed, it's done, medical has been passed, agent fee has been agreed, announcement is what is pending. Alex Telles from Porto, of course, the deal has been agreed, all details have been agreed, medicals to be undertaken in the next couple of hours, and Alex Telles is going to be a Manchester United player. Whether he is the player that is going to help Manchester United to perform better, I don't know, but still, system need to be changed at Manchester United. Whether Arsenal are going to get Aouar and Partey is something that we have to wait up to the very last moment. Another thing, before I forget, Arsenal going forward, of course, they'll be lacking goals. What is happening with Aubameyang? He signed a new contract, which was a good thing. But ever since, what is he doing? I don't want to be very, very, very judgmental or critical on him. But again, we know Aubameyang, when he scores important goals. But he has not scored any goal in the Premiership ever since the start of the season. Is this something that we should be worried about? Yes. Aubameyang needs to score. That's it for today. See you in the next one. Thanks for your time. Consider subscribing if you have not. Right? Bye.